Yes, so good evening and welcome to this session on void, and then we will do, as we had explained, the practical session of foot soaking, apart from, of course, the most important, which is meditation. Now, before we start, as we always do, let us all first raise our Kundalini and put bandhan. Okay. So, as we want our Kundalini to awaken, so we express our left hand in front of the Kundalini, move the right hand around it, move it up, and then let us give one knot. Second time. There are 3 nadis, so we will move it once more. And second time we give 2 knots. The third time. We will give 3 knots. Let us now put bandhan. So we move our hands from the left to the right, right to the left. That is 1. And we do it in front of every chakra. So we do it 7 times. Let us now just close our eyes and just pray in our hearts that, Shrimataji, please bring our attention within us. Let this attention go out of the past and the present and all the thoughts which are coming on top of it. And let us come into the present, where we can get into the state of meditation. And in this state, let us be able to absorb all the knowledge and also feel this all-pervading divine power. Okay, so let us start this session. Yeah. So in today's session, we will cover this aspect called as Bhavasagara. It is also called as the ocean of illusion, or in the Zen system, it is called as the void. Okay, now, if you would see here, this is actually a part of the Nabi chakra. So the chakras, we have 7 major ones. Actually, there are many more, but we will be covering the 7 actually. But this Nabi chakra is this Bhavasagara, as you can see here in the green color, is a part of the Nabi chakra. Actually, it's part of both, I would say, Swadhisthana and the Nabi, but it is inside the Nabi. And this is where that water is, So in our stomach, the whole area which is covered with water, because mostly so much of water is there in our stomach. So now how this is done, how this radius is created, it's very interesting to understand that actually, as the Kundalini rises, it first actually goes to the Nabi chakra. And out of the Nabi chakra emerges the Swadhisthana chakra, and then it rotates around the stomach, So this Swadhisthana chakra rotates like this around the Nabi chakra. And this area, this diameter which is created, inside this whole area is the void. And hence, these three chakras are very closely associated to each other, in the sense that when one chakra gets into a problem, the other also, gets out of balance. Okay, so that is how it is. Now, how do we feel it? How do we know that the Nabi is affected? And that is, as we know, we feel it in our head also, and we feel it on our hands. So in this hand, this area that we feel here around the center of the palm, around this area here is the Nabi. So this is on the left and this is on the right. This is what you can feel. Similarly, in the leg, that same area around the center of the leg. And on the head over here, around this area, this we can call this area like this, is the Nabi chakra, is the void. So if sometimes you feel pain here, or we feel pain anywhere in this area as a pricking, then we know that our void is catching. Okay, though it's a part of the Nabi chakra, this is the void which is there. Now, this is the area which we call as the guru. It gives us the power to become our own master. This is the center of mastery. Okay, so now what are these characteristics of this? The elements are the same as the Nabi chakra. So it is, the element is the water. The color is also the same, which is green. Did I do it? How did this come? Let me see. Okay. Anyhow. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So the elements are the same as the Nabi chakra. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, it's not going. All right. Yeah. So the all the characteristics are very similar to the Nabi chakra. Okay. So the only thing is that this represents the guru. This is called as the ocean of illusion. You would have heard in most of the things, we say that we usually get lost, in this world of illusion. We get confused where to go. We get, they say, and hence it is always said that in order to cross this ocean of illusion, you need a help of a guru. It is also very interesting to see that, in our nervous system, if I go back here, actually this portion, that is a central portion from the Nabi chakra to the heart chakra, this is usually, represented in the form of a dotted line. It's not a straight line, because this Sushumna Nadi is not continuous. It is broken. That means from Mooladhara to Swadhisthana to Nabi, there is a Nadi, that is the nerve which is connected. But in the center, there is no nerve between the Nabi chakra and this. So in this, we say this is the ocean of illusion. So now, how does the Kundalini, how does it go now from here to the heart chakra? That means over here, it needs to create a sort of a bridge by which it can cross. And if you look at the medical science, they call this as the vagus gap. The nervous system, there is a gap in the nervous system, but they, doctors are surprised, how does it work? They don't know, but they do know that in this part of the area, there is a small gap in the nervous system. And this is representing the guru. They say a guru is required to guide us through this. So now, how does the Kundalini move up? And hence, we keep our hands like this in Sage Yoga. We do not do any other mudra, but open our hands, because the energy, the vibrations come from the photograph of Shrimataji. It fills up this area by the vibrations, and it causes the bridge. And hence, always in all the religions, whichever religion you may follow, Hindu, Muslim, Christians, they always, everybody, anywhere, they will say that you need the help of a guru to be able to cross this illusion of the world in order to be able to get into self realization. So in Sage Yoga, the first day when we took our self realization, the Kundalini was able to cross over here and it broke open the Sahasrara, and we were able to get connected to the all pervading power. And hence, at this chakra, to open this chakra, in Sage Yoga, we say that you have to become your own guru. We become our own guru because now we will be able to feel the vibrations. Because what does a guru do? We go to a guru to understand, acha, what is the way of life, how to go forward. But in Sage Yoga, you can feel that energy in your hand, and that becomes your guide. So, and hence that is how we are able to do it. Now, in order to see it now from now onwards, okay. Now, as we go here, I'll come back to this slide. That this Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Nabi are what we call as the basic chakras, okay. And from here onwards, all the other chakras, that means the heart, the Vishuddhi, the Agnya, the Sahasrara, they started getting developed through the process of what we call as evolution. Okay, so at the Nabi chakra, we had the evolution, which is, so we have the 10 avatars of Sri Vishnu, who has incarnated, and he takes us through and he creates this nervous system. In the sense, what happens is that our consciousness started increasing, so at the heart chakra, we will come to know in the next class, at the Vishuddhi, how the incarnations have come and the chakras have got developed. And hence, we have got developed from a single stage amoeba to the very complicated man that we are presently in over a period of time of evolution. You would have heard of Darwin's principle of evolution, that slowly the animals developed into a very complex being that we are now. That means our brain, the consciousness in our brain has increased. Like if you compare to the animals, we are much more conscious. Like, for example, we can smell and we can differentiate that this is good smell, this is bad smell. Animals can't, because their consciousness is not developed. But through evolutionary process, our consciousness has developed. We are able to use our hands. We are able to pick up things and, create a lot of things out of hands, which sometimes the animals can't do. So a lot of consciousness, for example, we can understand the beauty. They can't. So this has happened not in one day. It has happened over evolution. Similarly, another important principle which has come and developed over many, many years of time, in this is called as the principle of Guru, which is we call as Adi Guru Dattatreya. And they have come as 10 primordial masters over many, many years of time and told us what is correct and what is wrong. And that is how the whole evolutionary process has happened. So the same Guru principle has come in different parts of the world and given us the guidance at the void level to be able to understand what is our purpose of life, why have we come, and hence this area of Nabi within us has got developed. Okay, they are the same. The principle is the same. But at different times, they are called different people. And that is what we understand in Sage Yoga, that when we feel the vibrations of these great gurus, we will find that they are all virtually the same. So it started with Raja Janaka, who was the Adi Guru, then Abraham, Moses, Zarathustra. In China, we had Lao Tse, Confucius, Socrates, we had Muhammad Saab, we had Guru Nanak, and then Shirdi Sai Nath. He was the last of the incarnations of the Guru. Okay, so this is how the whole thing was developed. And if you'll see at the time of Moses, we call here that we developed the 10 dharmas within us. That means there are 10 valencies of good conduct that we do, And if you see, these are the 10 commandments which is there of Moses, which the Jews follow, which is followed by everybody. Even we follow, because the whole modern the justice system is based on this. Like, for example, the commandment saying that thou shall not steal. Okay, thou shall not, covet others thing. Thou shall not commit. Thou shall not kill. Now, in any country you go, we follow this. If you don't follow these dharmas, you will go to jail, right? So these are the what we call as a 10 valencies developed in the Nabi chakra. And then from the that means on the void, and then from here the Nabi chakra, the chakras got developed, and we'll explain that as we come to the next class at the heart chakra. Okay, now it looks after the same as the Nabi chakra. It looks after the stomach, it looks after intestine, so almost the same. So both Nabi and the void, they act together. But why does it get, so what does it give us, and why does it get imbalanced, are different compared to Nabi chakra. So now here is the Guru principle. Now Guru, the word means gravity. And if you will see, when you become a good master of anything, there's a gravity which comes into us. All right. So our purpose is, any art that you take, the whole purpose is that you have to become very good in that. All right. Whether you are working in an office or in a house or anything that you do, then you have to become a master of that. That's a quality. And that quality comes from this tattva. So Guru means gravity. It gives you a lot of patience. It gives you the dharma we already talked about, that is the virtues, and seeking the reality, seeking the truth. Why have we come on this earth? As this principle develops, we get balance, we get depth, we get steadiness. And over here, for the first time, what Sahaj Yoga does it makes us our own guru. We do not depend on anybody else now, because we are guided by the great spiritual guidance of the vibrations. It helps us. So the last time when we were doing the Swadhisthana chakra, we checked the vibrations. So this is our real knowledge, because Guru gives real knowledge. And once we get connected to this real knowledge, we will know, acha, am I going out of balance? Because the left vibrations will reduce here, some chakra will catch. So now we are able to correct our own self. Okay, so that is what it is. Then, so why does it get caught? Okay, and what are the physical problems which get done when because of the imbalance in this? So over here, we get huge amount of, especially in the whole stomach area. So both the Snabi as well as the Swadhisthana, they are, and is also governed by the void. So when the void goes into a problem, when we go against dharma, then we end up in very dangerous diseases, which are life-destroying diseases like cancer. When you go to what we call as the left side, you get cancers. We get into what we call as Ekadasha Rudra problems, destroying powers of all diseases related to this area of the stomach. Okay, so that is where this happens. Now, what are the reasons for imbalance? And here, because it's a Guru principle, one of the main principles is that if we go against dharma, like as we said, stealing, lying, killing, adultery, all of that, if we go against that, then we get into it. But the other problem is that if we go against the divine principle, okay, so many a times in our whatever religions we may follow, we get into dogmas of that religion, fanatism, where, and as we have seen, all of them are the same. When we denounce another religion, then we get into this problem. Alcohol gives the problem. And now in modern times, the biggest problem is what we call as false gurus. A lot of these, business seeking people have come in the form of gurus or in the form of this one. And, they make a lot of money, and we follow that. And when you follow false gurus and religions and dogmas, we get into problems. So religion has got nothing to do with money. Spirituality has got nothing to do with money. So where that comes, then we get into problems. So now how do we get out of this problem, right? So the most important thing is, again, best is to check the vibrations to see that is it flowing, is the energy flowing? Then you will know that this is right and this is wrong. So in another class, we will again, after maybe when we come to the Vishuddhi Chakra, we will again check how to check the vibrations and how you can take decisions of whether the book is correct, whether this is correct, whether this is the truth by using vibrations. So that is the one which will give you the real knowledge. Okay. And we can use it for coming into balance. So now how to get it into balance? Water. This is a water element, isn't it? So we will explain today the vibrated water treatment, how to vibrate the food, how to do the foot soaking, and hence we kept foot soaking today, because this is one of the easiest and the best ways to cleanse the first 3 or 4 chakras, which is Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Navi, and the void. Okay, so we will explain this treatment in more detail today, and that has to be done every day. And of course, the mantra and affirmations. Now, what is the mantra here? The quality is the guru, right? So here on the left side, we say, I am my own guru, because here we don't have self-confidence and hence we are dependent on somebody else. So here, in order to come out of this problem of left, we say, I am my own guru. On the right, we say, Mother, you are my guru. And the center, we say, you give us our ascent as the guru. Make me my own guru. Okay, so when we say this, the void opens up, okay, very clearly. And the mantra is Om Tumaya Saksha Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya Saksha. Or we can say the mantra of any of these great, I go back to those 10 Adi Gurus. You can take any of their names. Then you say, then this void opens up very easily. Okay, so this is in short what is the void. So now we will listen to a lecture of Shrimataji, and here this was given in Bangalore. Most of the people here are coming from Bangalore, I think. Apart, I know there are a lot of people from other places also, but in Bangalore in 1989, when Shrimataji had come, or 1990. She gave this speech in Chamrajpet, where she talked about, especially in South India, this is one very big problem where we have, because we feel everybody is a guru. Anybody who wears, a color, a cloth, or he talks very well, then he becomes a guru. So sometimes we don't have the discretion. What is the right? What is wrong? So what is important is how do we imbibe ourselves and make ourselves our own guru and grow it up. That's very, very important. Otherwise, we'll get caught into this big, what we call as the Bhavasagara, Maya, the illusion. And we get completely confused because, it'll go in one direction, somebody will tell. So the ritualisms that will come in any of the religions takes us away from the reality. Okay, so this aspect she has explained beautifully in this lecture. We will listen to that and then we will go ahead.
In India, we are very conditioned by this ritualism, especially in the south. We have lots of ritualistic things. And we are impressed by people if you take out some watches, Swiss-made watches and things like that. To them, it's something really remarkable that how can you have Swiss-made watches. Very simple people. They do not understand that none of the incarnations did these tricks, and that truth should be based on the tradition, on the Shastras. It cannot deviate. And whatever deviates is actually heretic and also is blasphemy. But as I told you the other day, that those people who talk of knowledge, like Sufis, who got their realization, real Sufis, they were called as heretics. They were thrown out of the religion. Also, the Christians, the early Christians who were Gnostics, were called as mad people, heretics. In the same way, those who are following stupid things and are following something that is very black and dark, negative, will definitely go against Sahaja. And will say that this is something heretic or it is something that is blasphemy. But as you understand now what it is, we have to bring forth new laws that those who are not Sahajogis are actually, if they are practicing any religion, they are not doing the right thing. Slowly, slowly, as Vatican is getting exposed and the Christian churches are getting exposed, even in India, so many such organizations are getting exposed and people are understanding that this is very wrong. These ideas actually have come from incarnations. Like Adi Shankaracharya himself said, tatat kim, tatat kim, tatat kim. If you have not followed your guru, then tatat kim. So they said now, any guru can come from the jail, can be a smuggler, can be anything, characterless person. If you call him a guru, then he is a guru. Whatever we call somebody, say, we call somebody as a guru. And we stick on. This is my guru. What did the guru give to you? That nobody asks. We just feel happy, oh, very nice. It's like the worms clinging on to the lotus and say, oh, we have lotus. What about you? You are a worm still. What is the use of these lotuses? Whether that is lotus or a snake, God alone knows. So, a guru who doesn't talk of realization, who doesn't talk of Kundalini, who doesn't talk of ascent, who doesn't talk of second birth, cannot be a guru. Minimum of minimum. So like we also believe in, say, Rama. I believe in Rama. So what? Are you obliging Rama or Rama is obliging you? I believe in Christ. So what? You believe in this, you believe in that. It's such an absurd idea, still I never understand when people say, I believe in this. But what does that make? What does that mean? You believe in Christ, you are leading a licentious life, you are doing all kinds of, but I believe in Christ. I believe in God, doing everything against divinity, and I believe. So, the question comes, what do you mean by believing? It's like, I believe it is silver. So what? It is silver. What does it make to you to believe by that saying something you have done great? What is great in that? Now you should say, I believe in Sri Mataji. So what? All right, you believe in me because of certain experience. Still what? Mataji should be in your life, should be in your expression, in your behavior, in your treatment to others, in understanding each other and loving each other. That is what impresses people. People say, all right, we'll come to Mataji, we'll just pray to her and go away, we'll not talk to her. Why? Because we believe in Mataji, finished. So now we have to understand that you believe in Sahaja Yoga. Of course it is Shraddha, it is not a blind faith, I agreed. But still belief has to penetrate into your being. This belief has to act, has to show results, it has to work out in every way. Somebody might say that we believe in Mataji and she does everything. She'll do bhakti for us. I should sit down and sing the song of Mataji or what? So what is going to come from your side? That is what we have to understand. And once that starts working, then these demons and these rakshasas will all vanish, no problem.
Okay. Yeah. So now what we will do is today we will understand a very, very important aspect of what is called as foot soaking. Okay. And Anindya will explain to us that aspect, and then we will do it practically. Okay. So we will also show you how to do it. But first, let Anindya, he will explain what are the things which is required, why should we do it, and what are the benefits that comes out of this. Yeah. Anindya, I'll put that presentation. Yeah. Then you can explain on that.
Thanks, Pradyut, and hi everyone. We missed you last week. We were not there, but I'm sure the program was very good. Yeah. So now what we're going to be doing today is a very, very practical session. And this is something we called foot soaking, or we could call it water treatment. But, in Saj Yoga, this is known as foot soaking. Now, this is something that we do every day in the evening or night before going to sleep. Though there is no fixed time for this, but it is best done in the night before sleeping. If you do this, it has a very, very good impact on us, and we normally have a very sound sleep. Now, as we know in Saj Yoga, everything is about the experience. It's about the anubhav. So this is something that we have to practically do and experience. Today we will all do it together. And we had said this earlier, so all we really need is a tub filled with water about that much, which should just be coming above the elbow, the ankle. And what we need, and we need to just fill it with normal water, tap water. But if the tap water is cold, it's advised to make it slightly lukewarm water. The second thing we need is some rock salt that we can have. If rock salt is not available, we can use normal salt also, but it's always advisable to use rock salt. Then we need a small mug of water and a cloth with which to clean the feet. Now, let me talk about, I've already discussed when we need to do it. Now, I also want to talk about a little bit about the benefits of doing foot soaking. Do we have a PPT for that?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't have a PPT.
Yeah. I'll try and, yeah. I think I was trying to remove the spotlight so you can see better. Can we move it a little further away?
Yeah.
So I would request everybody, if they already have this tub and we have filled it up, if you need a minute or so, we can take some time. Yeah, so you can see how much water there is in the tub. It should basically come above the ankle. Yeah, we need to take some salt. So a little bit of salt in the hand. Yeah. And just put it in the water. Absolutely. And put it in the water. Keep the salt aside. Now, we need to keep a mug of water, like I said, to wash the feet. And you can see Pradyut has got some cloth there with which to wipe his feet. Now, ideally, for this particular session, we will do it in front of the laptop, but ideally we should have a photograph of Shrimataji and a candle in front of us. We will explain the importance of this in the next session. Yes. Right? We are not going to take Bandhan now, but before we do this, we should ideally take Bandhan as well. But since you've taken it before, at the beginning of the session, we will not take Bandhan now. But now what we do is, before we start, and we are now ready, first we give this water a Bandhan by moving our right hand Yeah, 7 times like that. Like Pradyut is showing, left hand we keep on our lap. Right? Now, once you've given bandhan, we put our feet into the water. I hope everyone's doing this along with us. If you want us to go slow, just put it on the chat or just tell us. Then we sit very, very relaxed. And we can close our eyes and we need to just meditate. So as we do every time, let us meditate the same way. We can combine meditation with foot soaking. So we do step one, and I hope everyone remembers. We keep the left hand on our lap, right hand on Mother Earth, and give it a minute. Just wait in silence. See what we are feeling on our left palm. And we can make a small prayer that Mother, please clear our left channel. And after we pray, we just wait for a minute in silence. Now, what is really happening inside us is that the imbalances within us are getting sucked into the water element and are also getting sucked into the earth element. Now, the water element is the element of the Bhavsagar and the Nabhi, that whole green circle that we saw at the chart. So, as we see in Saj Yoga, we use all the elements while meditating, right? We have a candle in front. We are using water. When we are meditating, we use the Mother Earth to clear the left channel. We use the ether to clear the right channel. So, like this, we use all the elements in this particular, uh, uh, kriya or technique. We actually use both the water and the earth element. The salt represents the earth element, and the water represents the water element. And this is extremely good for clearing all the chakras from the Muladhara up to the Bhavsagar, particularly the Nabhi and the Bhavsagar, because that is made from the water element. And as we know, I mean, if any one of us are a little familiar with Ayurveda, that most of our physical ailments, problems all come from this Nabhi and Bhavsagar area. So typically, when we clear this Nabhi and Bhavsagar, almost 75 to 80% of all kinds of physical problems get cured. Right? Now we can do step two, which is we keep the right hand on our lap, left hand towards the sky. Let's just give it a minute. Let's make a small prayer that Mother, please clear our right channel. So while we are waiting for the right channel to slowly clear out, and the imbalances are getting sucked into this water element and also being taken out on through the ether element. So now, as we were discussing earlier, this foot soaking is a method or a technique by which almost 70-80% of any physical problems, mental, emotional problems get resolved on its own. Not only is this curative in nature, it is also preventive in nature. If we do this every night, it prevents almost any issues from happening to us. This requires a little bit of discipline but has phenomenal impact. To talk about some of the impacts, simple. One is our sensitivity to this all pervading power which is all around us increases dramatically. Second, we come into balance very, very quickly. Uh, uh, so these are some of the very, very, very significant impacts of doing this on a daily basis. We can now keep both hands on our lap, sit very, very relaxed, and we will now meditate for a few minutes in complete silence. So let us pray that Mother, please bring us into balance and take us into this meditative state. Let us not concentrate anywhere. Let us not try to keep the attention anywhere. Just allow the attention to relax, to be let it loose. If our attention is not steady, is not still inside us, it is going here and there, then we just pray one more time that Mother, please bring us into balance and bless us with peace inside. Make us peaceful. Make us silent. Every time we pray, we just wait after that, and we'll get a response to our prayers. And every time we get a response, we feel calmer, we feel more peaceful. Sometimes we feel sensations of coolness on our hands or on the top of the head, or sometimes even in our spinal cord. Again, if our thoughts are moving around, just pray, Mother, please bring us into balance and take us into thoughtless meditation. Don't concentrate. Let us not keep the attention anywhere. Let us just learn to let the attention be relaxed. The whole objective of meditation is to relax, to become more peaceful inside. To do that, we have to just allow our mind, our attention to also relax. Just let it go. As we sit like this, all the imbalances within us are getting sucked into this water element, and we are becoming more and more clearer inside. See how light we have already become, how our state inside of us has changed from when we started this session to now. Typically, if we foot soak in the night before sleeping, we will find it very easy to go to sleep. Throughout the day, when we are in office, at work, we tend to over-excite our right channel. And that sometimes causes problems in us going to sleep properly. It doesn't allow us to relax. We keep thinking about things. When we do foot soak, it absorbs all these negative psychic energies that we have gathered throughout the day and pulls it into this water element. With every passing minute, we can feel lighter and lighter. So like this, we have to foot soak for about 10 minutes every day in the evening. When we want to close this, we want to come out of foot soaking, we need to first just wash our feet. Then we wipe it. And ideally, we take bandhan after this, just as we did in the beginning. Please do it with Pradyut. 1 knot. The hand is going up the second time. 2 knots. And 3 knots. And then we take this energy and we cover ourselves with it twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And today we've kind of seen, and we've done the meditation along with doing foot soaking.
The water has to be.
Yes. Now, what we need to do is we need to take this water and throw it into the commode and flush it. And then we should wash this tub, and we should ideally keep it separate so that nobody else uses it. Uh, and even the cloth that we are using for drying our feet, ideally let allow nobody to use it, because what happens is every day when we cleanse ourselves, some residual imbalance, whatever, negative psychic energy might remain in that water or in the fabric, and we don't really want someone else to actually uh, get influenced by that, so we don't allow anyone else to use it or touch it. But this is one of the most important things that we do every day in Sai Yoga. So there, if we were to talk about three things that we do which is very very important. One is take a bandhan before and after we do anything in Sai Yoga, like meditation or foot soaking, any other activity. Second, we must meditate every day, morning and evening, 5 to 10 minutes, like the way we've been doing here. And third, we have to foot soak every day in the evening. Yeah, I think there's a question. 1 minute. Is it advisable to do foot soaking twice a day? Yes, it is. You can do it twice a day. Do we have to do meditation during foot soaking, eyes closed? It is not necessary. We can do it with eyes open. We can continue to look at Shrimataji, but very important is to actually be in thoughtlessness. So to be in meditation, only then does this foot soaking really work. So anything in Sai Yoga works only when we are in that thoughtless state. So it is very, very important to be. So it's easier if you meditate along with it. At least most of us do it. Though it's not necessary to do it the way we explain it. We can, when we are keeping both the hands, both the legs in the water, we can just keep both hands on our lap and just meditate without doing the left, right, if we are in that state. But what is important is that effortlessly, that is without concentrating anywhere, we should be thoughtless.
One more thing which I told that we will do today. You see again, it's a water element. Okay, so something is called as you have to vibrate the food or vibrate the water. Okay, every day. So you can take a glass of water, and then you can just rotate your hand. So what we do is, okay, so you keep your hand in front of photograph of Shrimataji and then rotate the hand like this. Before that, if you can just put your hand above the water and see, you may not feel anything in the beginning. Okay, afterwards, when you rotate your hand like this 7 times and say that mother vibrated. What is the meaning of vibrated? Means this all pervading energy which is all around is now going inside the water, and then it cleanses the water. And how do we know that the water is cleansed now? After we do it, if you keep your hand above like this, you will again feel a cool breeze or some type of a breeze which will now come out of that. So now this is something that you have to do an experiment, okay, and do it, because when you do it, then you will find out, that this water, once you, and afterwards when you drink this, or you can put it into your drinking, wherever you have a tank or whatever, you can fill it up, and then from there the whole other water also gets vibrated, or this water itself you can just drink. Water drinking is extremely good. At least our body needs about a liter or 2 liters of water every day. So that keeps this whole, and if it is vibrated, then it keeps the whole Nabhi and the system very cool. Now, the other application of water is, of course, this is called as an iced pack. You can also take ice, just take ice. And when we are doing foot soaking, or even when we're doing meditation, just keep it here on the right side. See, this is the center. This is the right side of the chakras. we keep it in this area of void or the Nabhi or the Swadhisthana, we call it. So the bottom here is Swadhisthana, this is the Nabhi, and this whole area here is the void. So when we keep it here for some time, just keep the eyes here for some time, and then just keep it. And like how we do foot soaking, same way, along with the foot soaking, also you can do. And this coolness of the ice, of again the another aspect of water element, cools down this whole right side completely. Okay, so you can do it for maybe about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, otherwise then it will start paining here. So just do it for about 2 or 3 minutes. So all the heat which is extra heat, when we keep our hand like this and when we put it here, this heat goes away into the sky. But with this does the same thing, removes the heat from this whole Pingala Nadi channel, and then it cools the whole thing down. So the foot soaking also helps on the right side more, because the water element cools it down, the ice cools it down, and then this whole nabi and the whole void also gets vibrated if you can drink vibrated good water, at least at least a liter or two every day. Okay, so this I would say are what we call as additional help apart from meditation. Meditation, of course, when the kundalini comes up, she cleanses the whole area up, but once in a day when we are able to do this, it helps. Yeah. And one final point is uh, like how meditation is compulsory every day for us in order to keep ourselves in balance. Foot soaking is another thing which is compulsory. If you have to grow in spirituality, if you have to grow in Sage Yoga, if you have to grow, as Anindya was saying, that we can start feeling vibrations, the bath of the chakra is important. Like how we have a bath, physical bath every day, in order to cleanse the external, the gross body. Similarly, the subtle body has to be cleansed, and foot soaking is the only way where it is like having a bath, and it is so refreshing. So I would request all of you to please try it. If you have done it along with us, very good. But please do it every day, every day, every day. Okay, so morning meditation, 5-10 minutes, evening meditation, 5-10 minutes, and then this foot soaking will absolutely bring all our chakras back into balance. Okay, we will also do this foot soaking once more, maybe after 2 or 3 classes, so that it is it helps you during our meditation also. So maybe when we are doing Vishuddhi or Agnya Chakra, we will again do the foot soaking, so it will help you to do it along with us. Okay. Is there any other question? Just thought I'll add these 2 points. If there are any questions or any doubts about whatever we have done today, or any doubts on anything, also you are most welcome to ask. All right. So if there is nothing else, then we will close the session here today, and we will meet again on Friday with another very 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 important chakra, which is the heart chakra, where we will cover the one most important, which is our destination. Why are we doing it? Is to be able to feel the Atma. Okay, so there is on the left heart, on the center heart, and the right. There are 3 parts of the heart. So it will be very interesting. We will cover these 3 aspects on Friday. All right. So good night. Thank you all for coming, and we will meet at 8:30 on Friday.
Thank you. Good night.